Most fighters treat walls like background decoration. As a raccoon optimization analyst, I see a wall as unpaid training equipment. Walls quietly remove escape routes. When space shrinks, reactions become honest, sloppy footwork becomes visible, and inefficient movement panics immediately. Street situations rarely provide a clean ring. Corners appear, walls appear, and fighters suddenly discover their footwork was mostly imagination. This drill studies reaction speed when backward movement disappears. When retreat fails, the brain must choose angles, frames, and counters instantly. Start simple. The one fighter stands with their back lightly touching the wall, and the wall is not punishment, it is information. The partner stands 2 steps away, gloves up, calm posture, no wild attacks yet. This drill studies reactions before chaos begins. First phase uses light jabs only, quick, relaxed, annoying jabs designed to test defensive reflexes under wall pressure. Defender cannot step backward. Only options are slipping, framing, pivoting, and pivot now, or intercepting the jab with counters. Efficiency becomes mandatory. Most beginners freeze here. Feet panic. Guard floats. Brain tries to escape through solid concrete. The wall remains unimpressed. But the correct answer is a micro angles, small pivots, shoulder turns, subtle head movement that steals centimeters of safety. A simple frame works beautifully. Forearm meets incoming pressure, redirecting the attack while the body rotates away from the wall. Counter should stay compact. Jab back, short hook, low kick if angle opens. Nothing fancy, just efficient retaliation. Many fighters waste energy flailing when trapped. The wall drill reveals exactly how much unnecessary movement hides inside normal sparring. Calm reactions are the objective. Panic burns oxygen. Efficient defense buys time and slowly rotates the body away from danger. Once the defender pivots off the wall, the round resets. The wall position returns again immediately. Optimization requires repetition. Rounds stay short, 30 seconds, maybe 40. Long rounds create sloppy survival behavior instead of sharp reaction practice. After each round, partners switch roles. Everyone deserves the educational experience of discovering their wall survival instincts. The guard must stay tight, elbows closed, chin protected. Walls punish lazy defensive structure immediately. Think reactions, not survival. Each jab becomes a data point measuring timing, composure, and decision efficiency. The best defenders barely move, small slips, tiny pivots, efficient eyes reading the attack before the punch arrives. After several rounds, the brain adapts, the wall stops feeling like a trap and starts behaving like a tactical boundary. Boundaries create clarity. Once escape disappears, fighters finally learn how to solve pressure with skill instead of distance. This phase trains defensive reaction speed, but also trains the emotional control needed when movement options collapse suddenly. The wall is not the enemy. Panic is the enemy. The drill simply exposes it quickly. Once calm reactions appear consistently, the drill evolves. The wall is about to become significantly less friendly. Phase 2 introduces combinations. Suddenly, the wall feels much closer than it did 5 seconds ago. Attacker, nothing that throws a light jab cross patterns, nothing brutal, but enough rhythm to challenge defensive timing. The cross is interesting here. Linear power meets limited space, forcing the defender to move efficiently. Shoulder rolls become extremely valuable. A small rotation can erase a straight punch while loading a counter hook. Pivots should happen early, not late. Waiting too long means absorbing unnecessary pressure before escaping the wall line. Short hooks thrive in tight spaces. Wide swings crash into walls, bags, or occasionally unfortunate training partners. Elbow frames protect the head while buying time. Frames create tiny pockets of space where counters can safely launch. But the goal remains identical. Defend efficiently, pivot out, reset the drill, and repeat the learning loop. Reaction drills collapse if rounds become chaotic brawls. The raccoon stopwatch ensures discipline survives. Breathing matters here. Fighters holding breath become statues after 10 seconds of wall pressure. Smooth head movement keeps the nervous system calm. Jerky reactions usually signal panic or poor anticipation. An attacker should vary tempo slightly. Predictable patterns turn the drill into a puzzle already solved. Side exits are gold. Even half a step sideways breaks the straight line pressure of the wall. When the pivot succeeds, the defender immediately becomes the attacker. Momentum shifts quickly in tight environments. Role reversal trains awareness. Fighters learn how attackers think when someone is pinned against the wall. Body shots appear naturally here. Close range makes ribs and solar plexus attractive targets. The defender's elbows must guard the body carefully. Walls encourage attackers to hunt exposed ribs. Efficient fighters feel relaxed even under pressure. Their movements stay quiet and deliberate. Inefficient fighters look like malfunctioning windmills. The wall kindly reveals this problem immediately. Large movements consume energy and time. In tight spaces, both resources disappear rapidly. A sharp counter jab can freeze the attacker long enough to pivot off the wall safely. Composure is the hidden skill this drill builds quietly over many rounds. Timing improves because the space disappears. Every mistake becomes immediately obvious. Walls are honest coaches. They offer brutal feedback without saying a single word. Now the drill becomes truly educational. Kicks and clinch entries join the system. Phase 3 adds low kicks. Suddenly the wall becomes a balance problem, not just a reaction problem. The attacker may now mix jab, cross, and light low kicks. Variety forces the defender to read attacks faster. Checking kicks becomes tricky against a wall. Balance must stay calm while space for retreat disappears. A well-timed pivot during a kick creates beautiful escape angles. The attacker suddenly faces empty space instead. Catching lazy kick can instantly reverse pressure. One small step sideways, and the attacker becomes the trap fighter. Counter low kicks work well here. Quick retaliation interrupts rhythm and buys space to rotate away. Posture matters more than power. If balance collapses, the wall simply removes your escape option entirely. The defender's eyes should stay calm. Reading hips and shoulders reveals kicks before they launch. A clean check followed by pivot is one of the most satisfying solutions in this drill. Efficient and elegant. Balance efficiency becomes the hidden skill here. Fighters must defend without falling into stiff panic posture. Now the clinch appears. Walls and clinch work together like extremely unfriendly teammates. When clinch pressure begins, frames become essential. Forearms protect posture and prevent immediate control. Attackers may throw light knees, not power strikes, just realistic pressure to challenge reactions. Well, small hip shift can break the clinch line and reopen space to pivot away. Turning the opponent into the wall is the ultimate escape. Pressure reverses instantly. Good frames keep the spine upright. Once posture collapses, knees arrive immediately. This phase teaches fighters how to control tiny spaces instead of panicking when movement disappears. Calm breathing still matters. The nervous system must stay functional under pressure. Efficient fighters exit the clinch quietly, almost casually, wasting no energy during the escape. Inefficient fighters wrestle the wall itself, which remains stubbornly undefeated. Foot placement decides everything. One correct step changes the entire geometry of the exchange. Small angles are still the universal answer. Big movements simply do not fit inside tight spaces. Once the defender escapes the wall, the drill resets immediately for another learning cycle. Repetition slowly rewires reactions until calm solutions replace panic responses automatically. Now the final phase begins. The wall drill becomes unpredictable. The final phase allows controlled chaos. Punches, kicks, clinch attempts, all appearing unpredictably. The defender must read attacks instantly and solve problems with calm efficiency. Compact defense becomes the survival strategy. Large movements simply collapse under pressure. Tight guard protects the head while the brain searches for escape angles. A fast pivot remains the cleanest exit from the wall. Geometry beats panic every time. Even during chaos, breathing rhythm must remain steady. Oxygen keeps decision-making sharp. Slips and counters should stay compact and direct. Efficiency wins small space battles. Frames still protect posture when attackers crash forward. Structure defeats chaos. Composure becomes the real skill trained by this entire drill. Skilled defenders create hesitation. Attackers slow down when counters appear quickly. Efficient reactions look boring, but boring mechanics win chaotic fights. The defender escapes the wall with the pivot and suddenly controls the space. That moment proves the lesson. Pressure can be solved calmly. The wall simply removed excuses. It forced the brain to adapt quickly. Fighters who repeat this drill gain quiet confidence in tight spaces. They stop panicking when their back touches a wall during real sparring. Efficient reactions replace frantic survival behavior. Small pivots continue solving problems that once caused panic. Calm reactions are the ultimate goal of the street striker wall drill. Guard discipline also improves dramatically when escape space disappears. The defender pivots away once more and resets the exchange. Efficient fighters solve chaos quietly, without wasted movement. The wall drill ends, but the reaction skills remain permanently upgraded. Training environments may change, but pressure always returns eventually. Fortunately, this raccoon now views walls as training partners rather than problems.